Morning Warriors, thanks for joining me today. Today I want to talk about a specific scenario that came up in my career that I learned from probably once every 2 or 3 weeks. Okay, so let's get into it. Um, I had just been recruited to an organization and I was basically the business analyst there. And what I was doing was I was working with a bunch of very engaged, highly dedicated people. Um, Trying to get across some of the requirements, the user stories required to actually get this project up and over the line. It was a really aggressive timeline. There was more than enough competing priorities, but we had to get this one done. So I had no existing relationships with these people, and I needed to be able to get very comfortable very quickly, um, get to a point where I could be totally transparent with them, but also get to a place where that transparency leads to a relationship that allows me to leverage that to get requirements as quickly as possible without annoying people, but also sort of pushing back enough on the things that I thought didn't quite make sense, or a steering committee thought that. So the scenario was this: I was meeting with the steering committee, and so there was 15 people in this group, and one of the things I said was, listen, we need X, Y, and Z, and there was a lot of pushback, and that pushback, I didn't feel it was right, but people didn't have time for it, and so be it. So what I said was, listen, this isn't for me. It's for senior executive. Let's just placate them, right? I used the word placate, and it didn't work, but it also sort of felt like they accepted me a little bit more into their level, and so opened me up a little bit more. Now, people from that group then went and talked to some of the senior executive and told them this story, and these people, then the senior execs came to me. Also, I don't have a relationship with these people, and they say, look, Shai, we work as a team and you're not working as a team and you can't say that sort of stuff. Now, the way that it was presented to me was entirely professional, and I absolutely respect this person for doing it the way that they did it. But I was shivering. I didn't know this person. I had a lot of respect for him. I didn't know the steering committee, but I had a lot of respect for them as well. But somehow I found myself in this really crazy position where all I wanted to do was get out quickly. But I was doing it. I was using language like that in the hopes to build a relationship to be able to leverage for the right reasons, right? Um, and one of the things, guys, that came out of that was that you've got to be totally transparent with that sort of language. I don't not use that sort of language now. I just let everybody know that I am. So in this case, I would have, if I were to do this now, I would go back to senior executives and say, listen, we had a little bit of trouble getting this initiative off the line. This is the sort of language I had to use. I hope you don't mind, but I need to get in a place where I can be comfortable with these guys so they can work with me and we can get this done in this aggressive timeline. Um, I've now done that. I routinely do that sort of stuff because one of the things you'll find as a business analyst, which I guess I'm not anymore, but I still do a little bit of that, is engagement is purely 100% of your work. You need to be able to engage with your user base, with your steering committees, with your decision makers. And if you can't do that, what you're going to find is that your projects run longer, they cost more, you have more mistakes, all the bad things happen, right? Because at the end of the day, guys, it's relationships that build software, not developers, not code. Definitely not any technology. It's relationships that build that software and make it successful. So keep that in mind the next time you guys are launching into a application build, or even halfway through one. Try to build a relationship, be totally transparent, and ensure that everyone knows that you're doing this for the right reasons, and that is for the success of the organization or for the success of the project. Okay? All right, guys, that's it. That's my deep learning from one of my very harrowing experiences in my past. I hope you guys can take a little bit from that because I know a lot of people are out in that world today and I just wish I could reach out to you right now and help you with that one piece of advice. Cheers, guys. Have a good week. Next week, we'll probably change pace a little bit and start talking about something really, really, really cool. Until then, guys, stay focused, stay happy, and see you next time.